Hello again. This video is about adjusting the playback level of your saved tracks. Again, this is something we get asked about quite a bit. Doing this is very straightforward, but again, people don't always find it. And the reason it's often necessary is because a lot of USB devices have a fixed recording level, and that recording level is sometimes quite low, so the resulting saved tracks are a lot quieter than music you might have acquired from other sources, downloads or CDs or whatever, and people want to fix that. So let's see how it's done. Here I have an existing recording which is peaking just over halfway, and that for me would be enough, but for a lot of people they want to adjust it to be a bit higher than that to match up, as I say, with their other music. So let's do it. So what you do is you go down here where you can't really see the help box. There we go. Adjust filter settings, and you can see there amongst the various things that covers is normalization, which is what we're going to do. And this brings up the filter settings dialog, which has got various tools in it, and we're going to normalize the audio, and what that means is VinylStudio will scan through, find the peak level and adjust it appropriately. So let's do it. We get to choose the resulting level that we want. -1 dB is quite good. Generally it's sounds about right. And down here there are a few options. Normalize all album sides is convenient if you've recorded your album sides as two separate files, which some people do. Normalize album sides separately is probably sensible because the levels on the two sides might not be the same. So that's what I'm going to go for here. And ignore transients tells VinylStudio that if there are any unusual spikes in the audio, to ignore those, otherwise they might unduly influence the results. So we generally recommend that people turn that on, although it can cause minor clipping, which you normally can't hear. Off we go. So VinylStudio is now scanning through the first album side, side 1, and it's come up with a result, gain of 1.4, and now it's scanning the second album side. Seems to be taking a bit longer for some reason. These recordings are actually MP3, so that takes a bit longer because they have to be decompressed while scanning. If you record to something like WAV, it's quicker. So there we have it, normalization complete, and then it says something here which sounds a bit cryptic. The preamp sliders have been adjusted, and you'll see what that's all about in a moment. Close that. A summary of the results. 2 album sides normalized, that's what we asked for. The results are different for each album side because we said normalize each one separately, so they have differing peak levels. And here are the results. Now here are the preamp sliders. You can adjust these yourself. All that normalization actually does in VinylStudio is set these. It doesn't change the recordings themselves in any way. And this gain, in this case of 3 dB, will be applied when your tracks are saved. And this non-destructive aspect of VinylStudio's cleanup tools is very powerful. If you don't like the results of applying some particular tool, you can just change it. Your recordings are still intact. So that's what it did to side 1. And side 2 is plus 4 dB, which we saw in the results in the progress window, but it's expressed in a different way. And that's it. We've done it. That's all there is to it. Close this window. And now, when you save your tracks, that adjustment will be applied. Thank you for watching, and enjoy VinylStudio.